title and stuff, just
Yes. It's Captain Peter Casey, Casey Peter. Okay. Good evening, everybody, and first I'd like to thank the media for their continuous coverage and support that they have done for the search of Eli Rodriguez. Your efforts for the media pushing out awareness has been a huge help for the family and for the Los Angeles Police Department and our partner agencies that have been participating in it. Today, I was the incident commander for our operation that was responsible for the searching of the canal area from the foothill all the way down to basically the 5 and the 170 freeway, where we have a pull-in basin where most of the water is collected at initial stormage. I'm also the patrol captain of Mission Division. As you know, today, this afternoon, we had many divers in the canals, especially in the pull-in areas I just spoke about. We had about 30 divers in the water in an effort to either eliminate or locate where Eli possibly has been. During that search, volunteers were going ahead of our efforts and located a young man in the canal area right where we stand. It has not been confirmed, and we're not able to confirm if that young man at this time is Eli Rodriguez. The family is at scene, and I ask that you show some compassion to the family until this young man that we have located has been identified. For Spanish speaking?
we can do that after.
Afterwards? Okay.
Can you tell us any more about conditions down there, anything?
Well, the conditions down there, as you can see, are very full of debris, trees, mud, a lot of trash, a lot of plant foliage, and as you can also hear, a lot of fast-moving water still going down the canal area. Very rocky, dirty, and again, lots of debris from old, appears to be from old campgrounds from maybe transient locations.
And do you know what the plan is tonight? How long will it take you to bring up the body?
The plan tonight is obviously we have our detectives at scene because, one, we want to rule out that the body that we have located has not been a victim of foul play. So we do have some detectives at scene. They will review the crime. It's considered a crime scene right now. They will review that for any evidence of foul play. And then once that has been determined to be safe and the coroner has arrived, our LAPD dive team will go across the little bridge that we made, collect the young man, and bring him across to a tented area that we have on the bike path for the coroner to retrieve. And at that time, the coroner will retrieve it, and it'll officially be a coroner case.
Earlier we saw a man coming out with a bicycle. Did that have anything to do with this particular investigation, or was that separate?
That was one of the volunteers that found. We had several volunteers that were in the community going out, passing out hundreds of flyers and checking properties and going ahead of our team so that they weren't in our way. They would go ahead of us and were also doing their efforts to locate Eli.
So that volunteer crossed this canal, went to the island in the canal, and found the body of Lord and Glory. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I know you have more to do, but can you talk preliminarily what the condition of the body was? Where exactly it was kind of found?
It's not a nice scene, I can tell you that. It's definitely appears to be a young man who has had and it's difficult to talk about because it was a hard scene to see, but obviously beat up from the canal and the water. The water is flowing fast right now, but on Friday the water was about 70 miles an hour. As you can see in these canals, there's a lot of debris, a lot of rocks, and different levels and waterfall levels that each canal goes down, or tiers they call them for the canal maintenance teams. So the body is pretty beat up at this time.
They wanted to search the canal thing to rule it out. What information led you to decide that the canal needed to be searched?
Well, I can tell you that we've been painstakingly doing this investigation since Friday when Eli went missing. We were able to validate a phone message that was left by Eli to his mom, and we were able to validate that by video camera from the school that he attends and the path that he walks, and catch him on a second camera system that's caught him continuing to walk in the path that he normally walks every day. And then there's no more image of Eli, and he's not heard or seen from since. So talking to his friends that walk with him, it was learned that a normal path to coming home from school to the residence, his grandmom's residence, was where he would cross the canal to make a shortcut. So.
Are there any possessions, clothing, any items near or on the body that may be Are there any items or possessions near or on the body?
The body is surrounded by trash and debris at this time, so I can't answer that.
Last question, guys.
When you say that he would cross the canal, like down into it, or on an overpass like this one?
Not an overpass like this one, down and through it, which is probably common with most of the high school kids.
Captain, that canal, was it the Pacoima Wash?
Pacoima Wash, yes.
Which feeds into
Feeds into the Tahunga Wash, which feeds into this canal ultimately, which will go all the way down to either Long Beach, LA River, or it can also be diverted to Santa Monica Bay.
Say your name and title, please.
Peter Casey, Captain, assigned Mission Division.
Thank you, guys. If anybody wants to remain behind, we do have a Spanish speaker that can answer any questions that way. Thank you.
You're gonna be the court to the bike path,
I never know somehow disconnected. How were you?
Yeah, well, you know what? I wish I didn't think go on.
Well, yeah. No, but I was going to It is.
Body has been discovered in the Los Angeles River near the 5 freeway in Los Feliz. I'm Jory Rand.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. This is Eyewitness News at 4. Eyewitness News reporter Chelsea Edwards is live at the scene with the breaking developments. Chelsea.
Giovanna and Jordy, this is still an active scene and a developing story. If I step out, you can see some of those emergency responders. Just a few moments ago, they were laying plywood down on a walkway that leads to the island in the middle of the LA River here, where an unidentified body was found this afternoon. Now, while the identity of that body has not yet been confirmed, friends and family of 14-year-old Eli Rodriguez, who's been missing from the San Fernando for more than a week now, have all gathered here at the scene. Now, there was concern when he went missing that he may have been swept away in a wash by his school some 18 miles north of where we are during last week's storm. That wash leads into this stretch of the LA River. One of the women who showed up here was so distraught she had to be held up by loved ones, and police have set up a perimeter with crime tape. The body has not yet been removed. At one point, a man was led to the scene and left with a bicycle. Not clear at this point how or if that's related to this investigation. Now, Eli vanished more than a week ago after leaving the Cesar Chavez Learning Academy in San Fernando. Since then, friends, family, police and the FBI have all been canvassing that neighborhood, hoping to find clues that could lead them to Eli's whereabouts. This morning, search parties went door to door asking neighbors if they had any information. Eli, again, disappeared during a storm, and there were worries at the time that he may have been swept up in the Pacoima Wash right near his school, but extensive searches in that area turned up nothing. Now, taking a live look out here, this area was a raging river at the height of last week's storm, and to give you an idea of how powerful that river was at the time, take a look at that palm tree. You can see it was nearly pushed over. That's how high and how powerful these waters were at the time. And again, the wash near Eli's school leads directly into this stretch of river here in the LA River in Los Feliz. But again, authorities have not confirmed or released the identity of that body yet, and friends and family still anxiously awaiting word.
The body has been found in the LA River in Los Feliz.
And it is feared that it may be the missing 14-year-old boy who disappeared during last week's heavy storms.
Good evening. We are still waiting on confirmation for an identity on the body that was found here, but I want to take you into the scene and let you see what we're looking at. You can see LA police and fire crews. They've been making their way down to where the body was discovered along the LA River and the 5 freeway near Los Feliz. Family and friends of that missing San Fernando Valley teen are also standing by after searching desperately for more than a week. 14-year-old Elias Rodriguez went missing February 17th during the last round of heavy rainfall. Family, friends, and law enforcement spent the early part of the day searching door to door along Elias's normal route home from the last place he was seen, his school in San Fernando, Cesar Chavez Learning Academy.
We're going to be going door to door, business to business, basically asking everybody along his route home to see if they saw anything.
LAPD investigators say Elias used someone's cell phone to call his mom about picking him up that day, but she was at work and missed the call. Yesterday, LAPD's mission station and San Fernando police held a news conference at the school to announce the FBI's involvement in the search.
We know that the FBI and the LAPD knows how to work in these cases more than what we do because we're not used to this. And so it gives us a lot of hope that they're going to do their best effort to try to find my nephew.
And back out here live, still a very active scene. We also have an LAPD underwater dive unit on scene, helicopters in the sky. We are again waiting for confirmation on the identity. This response does have traffic blocked up on the Los Feliz overpass near the 5 freeway. And of course, we'll have more on this tonight on the 10 o'clock news here on Fox 11. For now.